I welcome you all so far to this webinar of the Multilateral seminar, which is about to take place in a few days from today, and it starts on Thursday, 23rd of November this week. I think we are all excited about this coming ahead of us. And this webinar is mostly about how to introduce you so far, what have we done, how we have achieved, and how we are all in a common ground, so as to know and to have a seminar, a contact seminar with projects to be established throughout of it, and along with your delegations from your countries and your NSSs to make a stronger connection about the theme of this seminar. So I'd like to share my screen right now and see where we have started from. So now you do see the very first screen of the mini site, of the site which is made for this contact seminar. The theme of this seminar is creativity and digital competencies, and it's addressed to kindergarten teachers. There are 15 countries involved, and I'm very glad for this. I'm Aris Louvris from the Hellenic NSS, from Greek NSS, and also in this room we have Chrissa Kapralou, along with Stamatis Papadakis and Katerina Glezou. We will welcome you all in the contact seminar that will start on 23rd of November, and hopefully we will try to make the best out of it. So this is the very first page of the seminar, and we are actually before it. So we are now attending the webinar on the basics of e-twinning, and actually what we are doing right now is e-twinning. We have started e-twinning with all these procedural, allow me to say, features, and we now come into the week that this seminar will come true. So we have about 74 participants from all these countries that you can see in your screen. And also through this seminar you have seen probably the program, which I'd like, we have a completed registration process with all of you, and the agenda of it is in this menu actually, and this is the program. Where you can see. So just a few words in order not to be anxious with your flights or transfers. There will be a transfer for those who come on the 23rd of November, and already the travel agency has sent the essential information to your NSSs, and this information is also uploaded in the website. I will show it to you later on. As I said earlier, we have one of our experts with us here in this webinar, Joe Tail from UK, and later on he can have a few words about what he's going to show to us. So in the very first day, which is the day that most of you are traveling, the bus, the transfer is going to be waiting for you at the airport, and it will start about 2 o'clock or earlier if you have arrived there earlier, but it will wait for you, that's for sure. So you see that the registration is from 4 to 5 o'clock Greek time. This is somehow in order to gain time, allow me to say. So we will wait for you to arrive in the hotel, and then we will start over the seminar with the welcome speech, the keynote speech, along with some speeches after our very first break, and then Francis from the French NSS will help me out with the networking activities, and we are based more, if you have seen already the program, in robotics. You will see, and we will have 10 B-bots with us. So for the first day we have chosen to have the dinner at the hotel, so in order for you not to move around and have some rest after this dinner. And on Friday the workshops begin. The workshops, we have 3 sessions, and everyone is going to be seeing all the workshops. And also I'd like to mention that we have a guided tour earlier than scheduled for that specific day, because now the winter is approaching. The museums close earlier, so we decided to have it during the morning. So you return from the guided tour at the Archaeological Museum of Patras, and then we arrive at the hotel, have our lunch, and keep on with our workshop sessions. The networking dinner is going to be at 8 o'clock in a fine restaurant, and this is the most essential day out of our contact seminar, actually, Friday 24th of November, which is where all the knowledge will come to you, allow me to say. So in the first group we'll see twin space and collaboration in e-twinning projects, while the second will see using online tools to promote creativity and digital competencies. And then we will switch for the second session of our workshops, and in the third session we will see how all of us how to plan an e-twinning project development, and we'll see how to develop project ideas. So this is the program, more or less. On a Saturday, 25th of November, last day of our seminar, we will have you, along with the help from the NSS and from us, of course, from the 4 members of the Hellenic NSS. We will try to register as more projects as we can. And for those that have time to present the registered projects, this will be done after our coffee break. Then you have the lunch at the hotel, and most of you will depart that day to go back to your countries. So now I come back to the Soteria has a question to make. Yes, please. If I cannot hear if Soteria speaks, you may as well write your question to the chat room. I have gone back to the site of our seminar. So shall I keep on with the site? Thank you, Clarissa, for letting us know that all the Maltese delegation is looking forward to meet you all. Same as here. I see that Katerina writes that the sound stops often. If you have problems listening to me, please write this down in the chat room. If you can hear me well, or the rest of you, then there's a connection. There is something with your connection. I'm referring to Katerina Karategou. So till now that we have explained the agenda, we're all okay with this so far? Before I proceed, please let me know. Okay, thank you. All right, so I keep on with the site and I go to the practical information. Thank you all for confirming. So this is some practical information about the venue where this will take place. The venue of it is still Patras Hotel. It's a very nice venue here in Patras, actually. Now, this is the most crucial information about your transfer. There will be a private bus transfer for the 23rd of November. Okay, it will depart around 2 o'clock, as I said before. And this is some practical information that I'd like you all to read and have it on your mind. Once you arrive at the arrival hall, you go to the exit door number 5, you go outside and then turn on your right, and then you go all straight. You will see a parking area for the buses about 200 meters far, and the bus is going to be waiting there with the attached sign for the Multilateral seminar. This is the sign that the bus is going to have. So in case for emergency, of any emergency, a delay in your flight, or we know that who is coming with us, this is the mobile number that you can get in touch. And I'd like also to draw your attention that there will be no private transfer for the dates of 22nd or 26th for the ones that are arriving one day earlier or leaving one day after. So for those that arrive earlier, this is instructions on how to get to the hotel with the train. The weather, you can see how the weather is going to be in Greece by following the link to find information about the weather. Okay, this is the essential info. I think this is piece of cake for you. And last but not least, Greece uses GMT plus 2 hours in terms of time zone. So I think if any other information is needed, please write it down in this chat room and we will have it there for you. Any information concerning your transfer, the travel agency will deal with this, and we will try, as I said, to run smooth with your transfer here and be as easy and convenient as it can be. Keep in mind that Patras is about 2.5 hours away from Athens, and what else about the workshop presentation? I think this is for later on discussion. So, is there a question so far? We need info of how to get to the airport from the hotel. Yes, as long as you going to be here, Clarissa, this is the easy part, because there's going to be a person from the travel agency in the hotel, so she's going to be made everything clear to you, and we will have it solved while you'll be here in Greece. Okay, so thank you too. And this is more or less what we're some procedural things that we had to say before you come here to Greece, before you leave your hometown. We'll be glad to answer any question that you may have. And now I go to the very first screen of eTwinning Live. So can you please confirm through the chat room that you see the screen of eTwinning Live signing into my account? Thank you, Leticia, for letting me know. Thank you, Joe. Thank you all for confirming. So I keep on with this. Now I will use my credentials to reach eTwinning, access to the eTwinning Live. And of course, concerning your password, I'd like to give you a hint that you should have a password that you know, and not easy ones, but of course passwords that you may as well remember, and complicated for others to break. So now I go to my project. We have already started a project somehow. Through the multilateral seminar, most of you have entered this project, because now this seminar is also a project. We have built a twin space for this, and most of you have contacted me, and with most of you I have added you in this multilateral seminar. Okay, I can see that here who is a member of it. I'm in the eTwinning Live platform. I can see your NSS members and representatives, and you may as well recognize yourself in this screen. You see that you are a member of this project, which is called Multilateral Seminar. Okay, so far there are 60 members. We are still missing some, but with tomorrow's link that we're going to be sending this webinar to them, all of you must have been in this area. And since we have seen this as well, I go to my twin space, to the twin space of this seminar. So if you have done this process so far, this is what you see, not now in my screen, of course, and in your screens as well, but if you are part of this project, of this multilateral seminar, you must have seen these pages along with everyone. If you see only this page, just one page, the Hi Everyone page, this means that you have not yet done the process I showed you before, which is actually adding me as a contact. So in order for me, who am the founder of this twin space, can add you in this project. So I go back to my previous condition. So now I see the very first page, which is a public one. So this is, so imagine now of your project. All right, thank you, Joe, for entering your information there. And through this Padlet, we have, that's what I meant before by saying that we have already started an eTwinning, and this is what eTwinning is all about: cooperating, discussing with others, using online tools such as this one, Padlet, and Now I have pictures of you, and I can see and I can recognize you when you will arrive here in Patras, and you have also seen pictures of me, and we have now the avatars are speaking to each other, and we're getting to know each other. So as I roll and go down the screen, I can see that we have our partners from Croatia, from UK, from here from Patras, Greece as well, from Norway, from England, Zaragoza, Spain, Lithuania. So now somehow we have introduced ourselves to each other, and we know which age group we are referring to, such as the one that Brune is saying to us from France, that she's teaching pupils from 3 to 5 years old. So I keep on scrolling. We see the NSS members. We see also from Finland here, from Croatia, and so on. I think we have made quite an introduction to this seminar. This is very, very nice so far. Thank you for this. Thank you for cooperating so far. And so this is our public page, as I mentioned before. So after that, what's next? What is eTwinning actually? So that's what eTwinning is all about. This is a synopsis of what eTwinning. We have made a synopsis of eTwinning in one page. So in order to make it more convenient for you, since this seminar is for starters in eTwinning, and okay, there's a history behind this European action. It's now the 13th year of its existence. It's the most popular network in Europe so far. It counts more than 500,000 of teachers throughout Europe, and not only. And here we see how the online platform is having its levels. So we have the portal, we have eTwinning Live, and we have the TwinSpace. Now that we speak, we use the TwinSpace for the multilateral seminar in Patras. So imagine that this is going to be your TwinSpace of your project after this contact seminar. Before I showed you the eTwinning Live, this is how I'm going from one level to the other. Now I'm in the TwinSpace. If I want to go back to eTwinning Live, this is how I do it. And this is how I organize my events, my projects, my groups. Where you listen to, when you hear my, it refers to you as well. Your development, your project that you will be sharing with your colleagues, teachers tomorrow. And now I see a warning here. Maria Ascension want to add me as a contact. So I accept this. This is part of this seminar. I close my notification. Okay. And this is my project. Multilateral Seminar Patras 2017. If I want to add a new partner, I will do it. If I haven't seen the notification before, I would do it from this stage, and I return back to my TwinSpace. So, and I'm going back to this web page, and more or less this is what is eTwinning exactly. 3 levels: portal, eTwinning Live, and also I'd like to comment to this part that eTwinning has gone mobile. Either you are an Android user in your mobile smartphone, or an iOS user. You may as well find it for free in the in particular markets. And for me, now that I have used it, it's very convenient, because when I had a notification in from another contact, this is very convenient because you can see it 24 hours all day long, and you can add your contacts later on, and you'll see that it's very convenient tool. The mobile version of eTwinning Live. It's a simple version, but still useful for us. Okay, and the third level is TwinSpace. TwinSpace is the most essential level of our projects because it includes not only our home address of the project, but also the pages along with the home page, and I can go to every page I want to, the materials that I may as well use, images, videos or other files, the forum, which some of you have already, and this is very nice to see, you have already participated somehow with your project ideas, and of course going live out of your project tomorrow, either with a chat or with a live event. Now, the live events have they have somehow until to 25 persons at the most, but still it's a nice tool to use. And the members, I see that I have 60 members so far in this particular project. So you may as well have a project with another country or other countries, and you must keep it simple as it can be, because this is one of the advice we also provide you through this multilateral seminar. Our advice to you: remember the acronym KISS. Hello Reda, welcome. The KISS acronym means keep it short and simple. Always keep it short and simple. Alright? An eTwinning project can be any length, few days or weeks, until to a whole school year. It can be 3 months project, it can be 6 months project. You are the ones, with your colleagues, with your project partners, that you're gonna establish the length, the features, how many classes are gonna interfere with this, and of course, when you will have all these details, then you have to register it. This is what we're gonna help you and assist you throughout the contact seminar that's gonna be in a few days from now. So I come back to the very first page, the home page of this, and you may also have seen that there is a teacher bulletin. All right, there are 3 announcements so far, and I'm sure that all of you have read it so far, and also we have a game started with a hashtag that we're gonna use over these days. Do you use social networks? I'm sure you do. Can I have a response, and which one you're using? Can you please write it down in the chat room? If you're a Twitter user or a Facebook user, like in your country, Twitter, that's nice to hear. Hashtags are very popular in Twitter, not only. Hello Milena. Hello Leticia. Yes. Alright. Keep on writing your preferences along about social networks. Twitter, of course. I like Twitter as well, and I prefer it. Katerina mentions LinkedIn as well. Instagram from Chrisa as well. All right. So a lot of Facebook, mostly from Katie, and so on. All right. So we need to have an official hashtag, and the hashtag should be short and should give what the seminar is mostly doing. So tomorrow you will be let know of what we're going to use for it, and also thanks for the hint, Joe. Would you like to have a few words if you have a microphone? All right. So now, Joe, probably you can.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, can you hear me okay now?
I can, loud and clear.
Yep. Can everyone hear me? Okay, brilliant.
Thank you.
If you can hear me, can you put a yes in the chat? Hey, fantastic. Okay, well, I'm really excited to come to Greece. It's the first time I've ever been to Greece, which is ridiculous, really. But there we are. So I'm very, very much looking forward to coming to Greece for the first time and for meeting you all. So I'm very lucky. I'm very flattered to be asked to give 2 workshops, or repeating the same workshop twice, should I say, on the 24th of November, so on Friday. And the remit is how to use different web tools and apps to promote creativity and digital competences. So what I thought I would start off with is looking at Book Creator, which works on Chrome on a laptop or a tablet with a Chrome browser, but also as the app. So there's the app if you have an iPad. The instructions we've been given is either to bring an iPad or a laptop. So if people have a laptop with Chrome, or they want to download the app Book Creator, that would be fantastic. I think that's wonderful for kindergarten teachers. And then we'll also have a look at Seesaw, which I don't know if a lot of people have heard of, but Seesaw also is very good for kindergarten work as a way of creating your own digital e-portfolios and for collaborating together and publishing things such as video clips or screencasts. And then I thought we would do some work on a couple of apps such as Superhero Comic Maker, which is great fun for the iPad, Superhero Comic Maker, which is wonderful for creating animated cartoon characters with a background and capture the children's voices. And then also by the same company, both of these are free by the way, by the same company, Draw and Tell HD, which is wonderful for drawing a type of screencast on the screen and adding a variety of different bits of clip art, and you can use it for things like counting, for example, in maths, as well as other subjects. And then if there's time, we'll have a look at Auto Draw as well on the web, which allows you to draw a picture and it turns it into a piece of clip art automatically. So the main focus will be on Book Creator, and then other ideas on how we can pull content into Book Creator or share via Seesaw. That's the idea anyway.
Okay, this is
any comments?
This is exciting, Joel. Thank you very much. This is very exciting.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We're gonna.
I was thinking of looking at Padlet as well, maybe, but because obviously Padlet's been introduced in the introduction, I think maybe because I don't have too much content in the hour and a half, so I think we'll leave Padlet for now. But that's the idea anyway. That's what I thought would be good for a session.
Yes, that sounds wonderful. And if you have any technical specs to be solved out before the seminar, you are free to send me any instructions in order for the laptops to be ready and not to to gain some time before it. So
that's fine. So will there be some laptops provided for the session, or is the idea that everyone brings their own?
Of course, the main idea is to bring everyone should bring, and thanks for reminding me this. This is something that I should said from the very beginning. Everyone should bring his or her own device. That's for sure. But there are going to be some laptops as well throughout the workshop sessions. But the most essential is that everyone should have his or her device.
Okay. But so it could be that people have their own phones and what have you, because if we look at Book Creator, that will only work on an iPad or a PC or a laptop or a MacBook or an Android tablet, but not on phones, for example. So if people have their own phones, we would do something different. But I think it's unlikely that kindergarten children will be using phones in the classroom, which is why I've decided on the content I've decided on.
That's for sure. We will solve it out no matter what. We will find the solution, because that's why we split our groups to two, in order to have, and that's why the workshop is repeated, in order to have the best out of it with the devices that we can use. All right?
Okay, brilliant. And I presume the Wi-Fi is fine for everybody to use at the same time?
Yes. We have,
great.
We have made a solution for this. Okay, so thank you, Joe, for letting us know.
That's okay. Can I just ask one more question, if that's okay? So the projector I'll be using, is it HDMI or VGA, or are you not sure? It doesn't matter which it is. It's just good to know.
For sure, it's VGA. But if you have a HDMI extension, then we can have an adapter, and we can sort this out as well.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. I think that's all I need to know. Oh, and speakers as well. I need to connect speakers to my iPad or my Chromebook, but I'm sure you have that as well. That sounds absolutely fine. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think we're all going to be quite tired for those people that are having to leave very early on the 23rd, which is I'm catching my flights at 6:40 in the morning, so I'll have to get up at about 3 o'clock or something. So I think we'll all be very tired. But and ironically, it's my birthday as well on the 23rd, so I'll be. But there we are. But it'll be wonderful.
Okay, so you'll celebrate your birthday here.
Absolutely.
That's what we'll try to do, and I'm referring to everybody for all our participants in this webinar. Thank you, Joe, for these details you gave to us, and I would like to let all of you know that what we'll try to do is to, because of your first day, that it's a travel day, we're gonna have it as light as it can be. Allow me to say light quoted, okay? So that's for sure. We will try to make the most of it during the second day with the workshops, and we'll try to have, as I said in the beginning, in our prologue, that we'll try to have it as simple as it can be, because we want the projects to come out of this contact seminar to be realistic, to be concrete, and to have the most out of this seminar that all of us can gain. So, all right, I come back to the to some last details, and if there is a question, you can always share it with us in the chat room. And I go back to the Twin space so far. And as Joe said, we have already used Padlet for our introduction, and we have already used our project journal in this Twin space by having the hashtags that you are suggesting to us. So one of these is going to be used, and you will let known tomorrow which is going to be used for this. And what we want from you, why we want the hashtag, why we give so emphasis on hashtags, because we want to make noise, a good noise, to the rest of the Europe by having this seminar in Patras and what we are doing. So if you're Twitter users, then you might as well tweet if you hear an interesting quote or what something that gives you a good impression. If you find your colleagues, your partners through the project, if you want to refer to your NSS, some of the NSS members are going to be with us during our 3 days of this seminar. And also, what I'd like to add to our discussion so far is that in the videos, in the page with the materials, there are 4 videos actually. Allow me to just to open the one out of it. These are the self-teaching materials. Okay. So, okay, so I paused this video and I'd like of you to confirm that you see the same screen I'm sharing right now. I have chosen from the self-teaching materials of eTwinning, the Connect video. Can you please confirm that you see the same screen I'm seeing in the chat room? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Vaida. Thank you, Katerina. All right. So imagine that if this sounds very boring to you, you may as well, in your own time, find those materials, those videos that can assist you throughout the eTwinning phase you're entering. And since you're starters in this eTwinning journey that we will start, you may as well find the details in these self-teaching materials. This isn't something to give some more time right now, but I just let you know that along with the other Greek NSS members, we have shared these 4 videos. We think that they are the most convenient for your introduction to eTwinning. What is eTwinning? eTwinning connects, discover, and discover the portal. Discover the eTwinning portal. So I can see that some of you are already online in this twin space. What you have shown me so far, and my colleagues from the Hellenic NSS, is that you have used so far, along with the assistance or probably on your own, the twin space that we have built for you. And this is very positive. This is very nice because you have already started the idea of eTwinning. So this online course has an impact so far before getting here, and it will be more of an impact to you since you'll be those 3 days. Practically, I don't know if Chrisa or Katerina would like to add something to our discussion. I'm going to go back to eTwinning Live right now. Okay, and to the project. If there is a question to what we heard, to what we listened so far, if you have a microphone, you may as well raise your hand and ask your question. Thank you, Chrisa, for confirming. I haven't said everything all right, but I will keep it on the 3 days of... Katerina wants to add a few words. Yes, Katerina. Uh, the green microphone should be on. You may as well speak now. Katerina Glezu, can you hear us? Okay. Any more questions? Vasiliki, you should add me as a contact in order for me to invite you to the project. Katerina, no, we cannot listen to you right now, although your microphone is on mute on our side.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go on.
I would like to thank you for participating in this seminar. I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to meet you all. And I'm going to give a presentation about playing and learning with floor robots and especially Bbot. And I hope it's gonna be useful and fruitful, and you're going to use it in your lessons with the kids. Thank you.
Thank you as well. So this was it. This was our introductory webinar for our contact seminar, which is in about 3 days from now. Tomorrow you will all receive last email before your departure from your country. What we now all wish to you and on behalf of the Hellenic NSS is to have a nice and safe trip. So tomorrow, as I said, you're gonna be receiving an email with the last details. We're really looking forward to meeting you all from the 15 countries. This is a very nice multilateral seminar going on. And I'd like to thank you for your patience, for your time. This webinar is being recorded, so the link is going to be sent out to all of you in order to come back to this if you have any other questions. Please feel free to raise your hand now that we have met, and keep on introducing yourselves if you have not done it so far. Thank you, Inga. Thank you, Vaida. Thank you, Maria. Thank you all. Thank you, Leticia. I think this was a nice opportunity of introducing our contact seminar. And thank you, Joe, as well, for sharing what you're going to be performing in your workshop. We'll try, as I said, to make it best experience for you. And at this time, I'd like to say goodbye and hopefully to see you all face to face. I do appreciate it as well, Joe. Thank you. So bye bye. Talk to you in 3 days from now, and email tomorrow, as I said. Bye bye. Thank you.